that the first thing, I know most of you use your mobile or smartphones that are running Android, and therefore I sent this link, which I believe you can see because I've sent it to all the sections, that you should go to Play Store or click this link, which you can even click right now. And I can, for the sake of those who might be struggling to register, I can share it on the chat. So you click on that link, and it will allow you to install an Android app called Canvas Student. So if you are to search, you'd search for Canvas Student. Sometimes you can include the word instructor. It doesn't really matter. So with that, when you have installed it, it is going to prompt you to choose the school. And when you are prompted, you should enter K12. K in alphabet, number 12 in numbers. And then once you have done that, it will prompt you. It will prompt you to enter your email. And because I believe you have already registered, you should enter your student email, not personal email, the student email that I invited you to join the link with. Of course, you should have been prompted to enter your password, to create your own password. So you enter the password. Once you have entered the password, then you are going to see this homepage. And the homepage lists the modules that I believe you can see now, which you can collapse, and you will see about 5 modules that you are expected to cover during this course. So I have talked about the downloading the app. If you have not downloaded the app, you can download that now. We have a lot of time so that we are sure that none of you is going to be left behind while we because having the app is better, particularly when you're using the device, than when you are using it without the app. So in case you don't have the app yet and you're using your mobile device, please click on that link and confirm that you have installed it. So for those who have not yet installed, please do now. That will allow me to be sure that you have the best platform to get started. But I am glad that bulk of you, about 70% of you, are okay. For those who don't use the app and they have the laptop, then those who don't need the mobile app because you have laptops, I'm sharing with you now on chat the link that you need to save it somewhere so that you don't have to keep on looking for it. Just save that link. In fact, you can bookmark it so that you can find it easy to always go back to the course when you need it. That is the link you needed to be able to access the course. Right. So we have finished the preliminary about using the app, and I believe even those who will be following us on the recording will be able to install the app as they should. So I want to talk about the teaching model that I use. The teaching model is called blended instruction, and blended instruction means that I have recorded my lectures up front, and as you can see, if you go to module 1.1, which is chapter 1 of the book that I am using, and I will share the book as well. Someone should remind me to share the book title, and I think I have shared it, but I'm going to be confirming. I have done short, small videos of length between 5 minutes to about 10 minutes, which are listed against the topics that is being covered in that short video. So you'll find about in module 1.1 about 13 videos, and each one of them has a quiz that you need to answer for you to progress to the next lesson or to the next mini lesson. So I've opened the first one, and you can see this one introduces the subtopic called number systems and codes, and at the end of it you're going to find some questions that are related to what I am teaching in that video. You just need to answer, and once you have answered, that is when the next video will unlock, meaning that you will be able to move sequentially from one lesson to the other, and there is a restriction that you should not jump right, left, and center because you don't want to go through the content that is covered in every module. So the idea is you must watch every video, and after you have watched the video, you move on to the next video. Sometimes you might find that some of the questions that are attached to the quiz are not entirely covered in the short video. So I encourage you to proceed to the next video. You might find that probably how to convert a decimal number to binary equivalent will not be covered in this first video, might be covered in the next one. I will do that realignment, but for the time being, you can just attempt the quiz. You'll have another attempt to do this, to try this quiz. Therefore, you can improve your score. So with that said, once you have finished answering the quiz, you submit, and then the next quiz will be enabled so that you can be able to watch the video again, the next one, and attempt. If I open the student view, which I believe is what you are going to be seeing on your side, it will look like this. So as I have said, you must complete all the elements in every module, and only the first one is enabled so that you can be able to watch it before you progress. But there is an introductory course and course outline small video here that you should watch, and that one is not necessarily required. But I think I should even have made it a requirement as well, so that nobody proceeds without having watched this first video. But nevertheless, you finish your first quiz, that is when the next one will open. Yes, as for now, you can see these ones are disabled because I submitted this one yesterday when I was attempting with showing my other group. That's why the second one is open. But for you, I believe that they look great, they look great, meaning that they are not enabled on your side. But once you complete the first one, that is every quiz in the module 1, that is when the next one will open itself. As you can see right now, it's locked. But as long as you are finished with the first module quizzes, then you're going to be able to proceed to the next one. So that is, I can tell you there is a lot of work that is required on your side, and I'm always here. I will be available to help you in case you get stuck. That's why I'm doing this first class, so that you can ask as many questions as you have in the event that you are using this platform for the very first time. Now, I've talked about the instruction, so I will not be coming to class every time and teaching what I have already recorded. What I will be we'll be having even a physical class once in a while, that we can address any issue and probably answer the questions that some of you may have regarding the content I have taught, or having an issue that you may be experiencing when you go through the self-paced instruction or self-paced learning that we are implementing in this course. And therefore, I will be available either online during an online class like we are doing now to address any issue that any one of you may have, or I will also plan time to come to a physical in-person class with all of you, so that I will be able to see the progress that all of you have. And I can tell you that I'm going to be having a tracker. As you can see, this system is always showing me how each one of you is progressing. We are going to be having some timelines when all of you should have finished a given module or a given number of lessons by the time, so that no one is left in module 1 when we are, say, in week 7 or week 8, and we're supposed to have reached maybe module 4. So that is important. I will be planning to come I will be planning those classes so that you can show me your progress and we can discuss if there is anything that you need to be helped in. And for that reason, that is why I'm going to be available. We are going to be alternating between in-person classes and online, so that any issue that need to be addressed with any one of you can be addressed in time. So having talked about the printed instruction, I wanted to say that something about the cards and assignment. In the past, I have given out cards, and I realized that some of you look for your brightest chaps. You give them your login credentials, they do it for you, and therefore you are considered to have got everything. But I will avoid that route. I have learned a better lesson. The idea right now is going to be that of these many video lessons which have quizzes attached at each one of them, I will get your cards and assignment marks from an aggregate of the totals that you get. For instance, say you have got out of 13 videos in the first module, I might say that is your assignment 1. And therefore, all the average that you get may be out of 20. If you get 19, you are lucky. You get everything. But I say this is combination of practice and mastery, meaning that you can attempt the quiz again and again, so that you are at a position where you can improve your marks. If you the first time you attempt a quiz and you get 3 out of 5, but you attempt again and you get 5 out of 5, the final score is the one. Okay, the highest score is the one that will be recorded against your score. So I will not be giving in at the cut that you will do at a given time. The only thing I might do is to give an impromptu cut, face it sitting, which might have 1 or 2 questions, and it will just show that you have gone through the course and you are ready to progress. And that way, in fact, that is something I might do so that we do not waste each other's time. I will come in once or twice, we do an impromptu cut that I will again use to aggregate your overall progress and the course and the score that you have got for the different quizzes that you have done. But at the end of the day, as long as you have gone through the entire course and you have attended all the quizzes, you are going to be ready to do the exam, and I'm going to be comfortable that you have learned as expected of you. So that is the other thing I want to talk about. And I wanted to mention something else here, that in module 3 there is one that is called assignment 1, which is like a summary of most of the quizzes that have already been covered in the first, second, and third module. So when you get there, I recommend that you do that assignment even more than once, so that you can also improve your overall score and be exposed to the different kind of questions that some of them you'll find in your exam, and some of them that are going to help you prepare for the final exam. And then I believe in module 5 talks about counters. You're going to find your assignment 2, and you should be able to attempt assignment 2 when you have completed all the modules. And again, this is more of a revision. I am not going to necessarily say that if you get 20 of 20 out of this assignment, that your assignment 2 is 20. I'm going to do an aggregation. So I might say the first 7 quizzes is going to be assignment 1. Maybe the first 20 quizzes is going to be cut 1. The first 30 quizzes is going to be assignment 2. Maybe the between the 30th and the 50th quiz can be assignment 3, can be cut 2, etc. So that one is impromptu and is arbitrary. The most important thing why I'm doing it that way is to make sure that you have learned, and you can only demonstrate learning if you have attended the quizzes and you have got a cumulative score that is demonstrating that you have learned. So that is the other thing I want to talk about during this quick class. So I may have a sitting class, which a sitting cut, which will have very few questions because you are many, and the idea is to confirm that you are able to learn, you have learned. So I might just give in some quiz in class, which I will of course mark and use it also to master to see your progress. So for that reason, I think I have addressed most of the issues that I wanted to mention. The last thing I wanted to mention is this link, which is important that I share with you. I have, as you can see on the videos, if you open any of them, you're going to realize that all the videos are hosted on YouTube. And one of the things that I am going to be doing is sometimes I'm going to be doing a live stream on YouTube to make sure to address some questions that some of you may have. And therefore, I'm going, as you can see, this is my questions are hosted in YouTube. So I want to send you a link of my YouTube channel that I want you to subscribe to. So I am sending that right now on chat. So I want you to click on the link that I have shared, It will open most likely in YouTube. Make sure you are signed in and then you subscribe, because when you subscribe, I may give hints on what to expect in a cart, what to expect in a quiz, and as if you are going to be subscribed to that channel, then you are going to be receiving those live updates as they happen. So right now, I want all of you to subscribe that channel. So of course, for those who have not yet joined this class, I'll share with them the video so that they can follow what we have discussed right now, to communicate this information to your colleagues and make sure that they know the expectation. They will not expect me to come every day in class and start talking the same thing that I have already taught. Be sure, but I'm going to be open to answering as many questions as you people have, and we learn together. So that's the end of my recording.